You today, the scepter you carry today was not originally for you. It could be that someone missed it somewhere, someone went out of line, and it created vacancy in the spirit, and that's why God decided to usher you into that place. Stay with me. I don't know if I need to tell you a story. I don't know, but I'm not the original person that was given this calling. For your information, I know the original person. And I don't need the original person might be listening to me now. That's why I have to put it in a code. You might ask me, how do you know this? I have evidence. I was in prayer all by myself, alone in my house in the night, and the presence of God invaded my house. It was so strong. Now, you see, I'm not talking about the presence of God we felt today in this service. It was heavy, but not that heavy. Now, I've been privileged to see God's presence in a most heavy way. Are you there? That sometimes it's brilliant. You can see it comes with light, and there's darkness in the place, and when that presence hits, everywhere is lit. That's what I'm talking about. You don't experience that too many times in your lifetime. So I was just doing my prayers and just walking up and down, pacing in the sitting room, and then the presence of God. And it's so intense that I was knocked off my feet, fell on the ground. Then I was taken into the past. So my description of the experience is that the Lord took my spirit and took me into the past to show me a few things. So He showed me people that were given and trusted with the mantle I have today. So He took me through memory lane or history. It was on this man, and the moment it came upon him, his ministry began to grow. Everybody started knowing him, and then the demons of the territory, their attention will be drawn to him. Are you there? I'm talking about luminaries that God uses to end prophetic silences over territories in order to begin a rhythm of revival. Demons that have taken root in the trespass of the territory, they arose to fight this man. Oh my God. He was beautiful under the anointing. Something happened to that man. The mantle passed and went to another man. And suddenly the ministry began to explode. I was born in that city. I did my secondary school, what you call high school education in that city. Elementary and high school education, I did it in that city. I did university education in that city. So I've been around that place. Then the Lord began to show me how the mantle came upon this man. Then the ministry began to explode. Influence began to come. And then those demons again started rising. Something happened to that man. Then he passed on to another man. And the man did not know why his ministry was exploding. And did not prepare himself. Guess what? Those demons began to come again. I'm speaking in parables, because I don't want people that are hearing me to understand what I'm saying. This one, he refused to invest in prayer, because when that thing rises and those demons come, your only escape route is, and so many terrible things began to take place. And I don't want to mention the terrible things. Then the mantle moved again, went on another one. So the mantle was on that one while I was still in the university. Are you there? I saw him rise. Strange authority came on him. 22 years after the first man that I spoke about went to sleep, I was now considered to carry the mantle. But heaven decided to help me. Are you there? Heaven decided to help me. This is how heaven helped me. They did not allow the glory of the mantle to rest on me at once. Little by little. Because the more that anointing begins to rest upon you, the demand of consecration begins to heighten. Jesus begins to demand that you spend more time with him. He begins to demand that you spend more time in his word so that he can teach you wisdom. And many of us don't have that time. We claim not to have that time to play. Then I was still working, and the job I was doing, I had no weekends, I had no public holidays, I had no Sunday, I had no service time. It was a national assignment, so you had to deliver on your service. That's how I learned how to pray in the buses. I always have my change in my pocket. So if the boss man wants his money, I don't talk to anybody. Yes. They were doing construction work those days from my house to the office. It would take me 4 hours because of the construction. So I know I will pray for 4 hours when I'm going, and for 4 hours when I'm coming back. It happened like that for 7 years. Jesus did not allow me buy a car. My salary, I could buy a car with my salary every month. Never. My salary, do you understand what I'm talking about? I could walk into the car shop every month and buy a car. And Jesus will say that I use the buses for 7 years. Because he wanted to show me that there is no difference between secular and sacred. You need to take your spiritual, take it into your secular space. That's how it works. Don't say, no, we're in the office now, we're in the office. The warlocks don't think like that. They come with their shrine, they come with their altar, they set it up right there. So I learned that. Think of 4 years, you are going to, 7 years, you are going to work for 4 hours. You are in the traffic. So I use those times for my prayer. I have the change. Ask someone, you can say, are you there? When he now saw that I've learned the discipline of exalting my prayer life over and above every circumstance, it's okay. 7 years of training. That's when I went to the north. I'd finished, passed that test. He now told me that you can buy any car you want. Now, then the appetite for cars died. Because I've stayed for 7 years without one. So I bought one for my wife. I said, you enjoy life. Climbed to the north. Then we started intercession. Oh my God. Oh my God. So when I was 43, he now said, resign. You will carry it now. That's why I resigned. So I carried it from that time. The demons of the territory were awoken. And I will tell you, that's a story for another day. The beings that are rooted in lands, in territories, in families. Many of your eyes are closed to it, and I pray it remains that way.